showtime.
Fire and water, earth and the sky, mystery surround us, legends never die. Live here for the moment, lost in time. I can hear them call, they're locked within the crystal ball.
Hey everybody, it's the T-Rock100 and welcome back to more of Pokemon Ultra Sun. Last time, we started off on this new alternate at the beginning of Generation 7 and we got ourselves our very first Pokemon, which is... Rowlet! Actually, I never really looked into more of this sort of guy. Oh, okay. A modest nature. So I think that's plus special attack minus attack. Yeah! Yeah! I like that! Well, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. So this time, we head north. Going to pay your respects to the guardian deity? It's a fickle one, but I hope you meet it. Well, apparently this deity of Tapu Koko plays a very nice role in this. Oh, hello. I know. I'll take you to the ruins. So, please stay in the bag. You could get in trouble if anyone sees you. Oh yeah, we saw that girl at the beginning of the game. She was running for her dear life. Well, time to find out what's going on. Oh, good. That poor puff of smoke is having problems. In here. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, here we go. What's wrong? Help! Save Nebby! Those Spearow are attacking it. But I'm not a trainer. I can't. Please. Please save Nebby. I'll heal a Pokemon for you, so... Much appreciated. Bring it, Spearow. You may be a part flying type, but guess what? So am I. Good thing I'm rather bulky. Alright. One more hit should do it. Nice. Managed to chase off one of the Spearow, but oh, there's still more. Please hit Nebby if you can, but be careful. Those that attacking me have damaged them and playing bridge too. Yeah, it did. Oh, thank goodness. Tried using your power again, didn't you? Oh, Nebby. You know what happened last time you used it? You couldn't move for ages after that. I don't want to see you like that again. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry, Nebby. I know you were trying to save me that time. I couldn't even help you in return. What is that? Sparkling stone? Feels almost warm somehow. Please forgive me. I'm so grateful for you for helping us out in that dangerous spot. Who are you? I'm Lily. And I suppose this stone must belong to you. Please, don't tell anyone about seeing Nebby. It's a secret, okay? Come on, into the bag, Nebby. I worry we might get attacked again by some wild Pokemon or something. I know it's too much to ask. I know it's too much for me to ask of it, but do you think you could see us back to town? Why not? Oh, Derek, you already met Lily, huh? She's my sister. Yeah! Lily, I thought you were with the Kahuna. Kahuna Allah? He said he has something to attend to, so he left town on his own. I was just taking a little stroll on Mahalo Trail while I waited for him to return. And that's how you met our new neighbor Derek, huh? You just got into Lola yesterday. Help him find his way around, yeah? So, you're one of the professor's acquaintances. It's nice to meet you. The Kahuna is back! Kahuna Allah has returned! Our Guardian's Chosen One is back. Only one of the strongest Pokemon users in all Lola. Yeah! Have I missed something? There you are, Kahuna Allah. Well, was there some kind of trouble? Just got caught up in the middle of some brawling rock ruff, that's all. Sorry, Lily. What were you saying before? For some reason, I thought I saw Tapu Koko flying about. Oh, yes, Kahuna Allah. Then we got attacked by some Spearer on the plank bridge. And Derek here helped protect it. But the bridge collapsed, and I thought both of them might fall to the bottom of the ravine. And also when the island's guardian deity swooped in to save them. Woo! That's something you don't hear every day. Although it is said to protect us, our Tapu Koko is a rather fickle creature. Yet our guardian was moved to save you? Kukui, my boy, I think we have cause to celebrate. Looks like we have a brave and kind new Pokemon trainer in our midst. I'm glad to meet you, child. I am Ala, the Kahuna of Mele Mele Island. Welcome to Alola. Young Kukui has told me of your coming. I'm glad we got the chance to meet today.
Oh, when did you get out again? I know the Kahuna Ala and the professor will keep you safe from any harm, but you should still stay in the bag and out of sight. It's safer that way. Nebby, well, it seems they're taking a liking to you. I have read that Pokemon like it when you pet them or take care of them, you know?
Alright, here's a lovely gift from me to help make today's special, Derek. The Pokédex. A Pokédex is a real high-tech kind of tool, yeah! That can automatically record facts about any Pokemon that you meet. Your partner Rowlet is already registered. Oh yeah, so check it out. Trainer passport. Well, you gotta meet the Kahuna at last. Ready to head home now, Derek? Oh yeah, Derek, hold up a sec. What is it, How? Did you forget something? You seriously asking me that? Who's the one here who forgot to tell anyone before wandering off for a little stroll and sing without a word, huh? Derek? Would you be so kind as to give me that sparkling stone you have there? Could it be? Tutu. Isn't that... You were rescued by Tapu Koko at the bridge. Isn't that what I heard, Derek? Yeah, you rescued me. So it even deemed to give you a stone. Perhaps you are here in Alola, Derek, because this is where you are meant to be. Allow me to borrow the stone for now. Fret not, I'll return it to you tomorrow evening. Yeah, the makings of a brilliant trainer. You can see that light within you, too. You must do us the honor of joining in our festival tomorrow. First, I'll make sure you get back home safe today, Derek. Lily, you should come with us too, yeah? Wouldn't want him to go losing you twice in one day. You are that precious Pokemon of yours. Yes, I will keep an eye on... Oh, you? Will you not try to escape the very moment you were told not to wander off? He's only a tiny guy. Got a little bit of some slack there, Lily. Welcome back, Derek. So what do you think of Kahuna Ala? Oh, and look who you got with you. Came running out to help you? What a sweet little thing. Right there on Route 1. And it saved you. That's amazing. It must have been fate that you met. Excuse me. Kind of a little bit gassy lately. The two of you look great together. I feel happier just looking at the pair of you. What a stunning sunset. Alright, today's the day that I finally unpack. Is that the doorbell? Go see who it is, Derek. Hey there, Derek! It's about time you set out for the festival, yeah! But first, I got something to teach you. Yeah, now that you're a real Pokemon trainer. It's the most basic of the basics. Come on, to Route 1. For the festival, sweetie,
I'm sure you'll have a good time here with your new Pokemon pal. Your emails, we'll be sure to unpack every last box here. You'll see. You know, you can always just have some work on my champs or my chokes, and that can help. Dude, hurry it up, cousin. We change your Pokemon and use your agility. So just run fast. Got it. Yeah, over here. So you know that wild Pokemon will sometimes jump out at you in the tall grass, yeah? Now that you got Rowlet there, you can not only fight wild Pokemon, yeah! You can also try and catch them. Woo! I'm gonna show you how to catch a wild Pokemon, alright? Keep your eyes on the prize. And wouldn't you know it, time for our basic tutorials. Alright, got myself a Grouped. Wild Pokemon do sometimes attack people if they get close, but catching them and join your team and be a great help to you, yeah! If Pokemon get all tuckered out, you can always head home and rest up a bit, yeah? Here's some Pokeballs and potions to get you started out. Got 10 Pokeballs and 5 potions. Watch out, a little adventure of your own on the way to Iki Town, yeah? Take good care of Derek, Rowlet. Okay! So now that we've gotten the ability to catch some Pokemon, we can now go and start talking about the new Pokemon you can find out here on her Route 1. 8 to be more precise, I think. I take that back. 9! So this is going to be a long one, but hey, at least we're getting the worst out of it. So, first up is a classic Pokemon, Caterpie! Pure bug type, doesn't really need much of an introduction, but this thing can actually prove to be of some really good use. Geoduster is probably the better of the ability, because it blocks additional effects from attacks taken. Meaning that certain moves in that could potentially cause a flinch or maybe even cause a paralysis might actually be useless against it. For a little while, I actually thought that I may be using Caterpie for a little while on my team, especially since that both types in this particular location might actually prove to some very good use. The only real catch that I really have with Caterpie is that it's a glass cannon, and the only other good thing that it really has with it is speed. In fact, there's one right there. It evolves pretty easily at level 7. But honestly, because on how frail it is and how hard it can be used at time to time, it's hard to recommend. If you want one, it's right here if you need it. Next up is Alolan Rattata. I made a mistake in recalling a pure dark type from the last Let's Play, but it is a dark normal type. I refuse to make that mistake again, so let's just move on. This thing is honestly not a bad Pokemon. In fact, if you really want one, I think probably the better than the ability to mix it into be Hustle, which boosts the attack stat but lowers its accuracy. Honestly, you could do worse with this. The only real catch is that it has a couple of major weaknesses, especially to fighting.
But if you can get around all that, Alolan Rattatas are pretty nice. Plus, learning some pretty good moves like Bites and that it'll learn naturally. It could be really good, especially since it has the same type of attack bonus. In fact, it'll later on learn Crunch in a later level. Nothing to hate on that. The only real negative that I have with it is that some of its moves that it learns are special based, and none of them complement its special attack stat. If you can get around all that, Alolan Rattata, maybe a pesky bug, but it knows how to get the job done. Next up, Ladybug. Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say this. Ladybug actually has some pretty good use. Hear me out on this. This bug flying type is pretty bad at first glance, true. But what's really nice is that a majority of enemies that you'll be finding out here are weak to bugs. And finally, a generation of where Ladybug can actually prove to some good use. In other locations, the only thing that it's ever really good for is its special defense stats for being a very tanky special wall. Plus, with the move that'll learn of Comet Punch, which is basically another version of Double Slap, it's okay, I guess. If you do want one, Swarm is of course going to be the better one in the ability. But if you really want it to be rather tactical, its hidden ability of Rattled is a really good one, which boosts its speed whenever it gets hit by Dark, Ghost, or Bug type moves. It's all around not too bad, but I kind of see Rattled as situational, and Swarm being the better in the abilities, since it'll boost Bug type moves when its HP is low. Next up, it's its counterpart of Spinnerack, which, like before, sucks. But like with Ladybug, it actually has some pretty decently good use for this particular location. Like I said from before, a majority of the Pokemon that you'll be facing off against here are weak to bug. So if you want one, Spinnerack is actually not a bad one, especially since our very first poison type we could potentially find. But being able to learn a Pin Missile and eventually even learning his Poison Sting, which could potentially poison the Pokemon. If you want one, of course, Swarm could be the better of the ability. But if you can get one with Sniper, which will boost the boost the power of critical hits, it's decent. But the catch to it is some of the moves and that it learns and that it will have a good chance of dealing critical hits won't be given to you until later in the game. Like I said, Swarm is the better of the ability, but Sniper, like on with Rattle, is a bit situational. Next up is a fan favorite, Pichu, our very first pure electric type. This thing, when it comes to no joke, that Static will be the better of the ability. But what's really strange is that, aside from speed, its attack stat is better than its special attack stat. I don't know why that is. I don't want to know how they got away with it. But it starts on with Thunder Shock, which is decent, I guess. It's also one of the fastest Pokemon that we've seen so far, so there's another plus. What's the problem? Defense. Its defense stat is downright putrid. In fact, one really good normal type move on this thing, especially if it's physical, and it's going down. The other big thing here to really be careful with is that if you have one with Lightning Rod, it's pretty much useless except for double battles. If you can get around on the fact that it's very frail and Static being the better of the ability if used correctly, Peach is a really good Pokemon. It evolves through Happiness, which is actually pretty easy to do, especially since it being a baby Pokemon. Just be mindful that any good physical offensive moves on this thing could potentially defeat it in one fell swoop. Next up, this one's pretty hard to find. Buneary, a pure normal type Pokemon that is pretty much the true embodiment of the phrase spoiled brat. In fact, this thing, and I kid you not when I say this, starts off with the lowest potential base happiness for when you catch it. It evolves to happiness, and if you can catch it and get it up to him with that harsh love, you got yourself one of the best physically sweepers. One big thing that I have to say about this Pokemon, please don't get one with Klutz for the ability! This thing sucks if it has Klutz for the ability, meaning that it won't be able to use any of its handheld Pokemon. Moves, excuse me. If you can get around all that, it's a good one, but if you really want a good one, at least as a Boniri, Limber could be a good one since that's its hitting ability, which prevents it from getting paralyzed. But Runaway just guarantees that sure get away from all battles. Other than that, it's decent in the way how it goes. Next up is Pikipek. This is a normal flying type that's pretty much just Generation's Pidgey. This one is actually pretty good. If you really want a good one, Skill Link would probably be the better of the ability. Mainly due to the fact that it maximizes the number of times multiple strike moves hit. This means that moves like Fury Attack will always land at 5 times. In fact, in its later evolution, which will potentially learn the move Rock Blast, is a phenomenal move for it to learn. The only real catch to it is that Fury Attack isn't learned until a little bit later. If you can get around all that, it can be a very good Pokemon to use. But if you really want a good Pikipek, and you could be having a hard time getting this one, either Keen Eye or Pickup is a good ability as well. In fact, all 3 of its abilities make this thing to be a force to be reckoned with. Pickup will have the Pokemon have pickup items that your opposing Pokemon has used during a battle, and can also pick up items outside of battle. This is a broken ability. Plus with Keen Eye, don't worry about ever losing your accuracy, because that's about as fun as it gets. Next up, you've been seeing this Pokemon a lot, Yungoos. A pure normal type with 3 abilities that make this thing really good. If you really want to have a really good Yungoos, I personally think either Strong Jaw or its hidden ability of Adaptability is probably the better one. And I feel really bad for saying this, but Stakeout being its signature ability would make this thing to be a household name. Had it not, then it'd be really good when it'll double its damage dealt to its opponent when the target switches out. I don't know how they were able to do this. I don't want to know how they got away with it, but just give this thing Strong Jaw or Adaptability and shut up. Strong Jaw's done really helps out with my moves that are given a bite. Like, say, bite. And heck, this in its evolution, which you'll be seeing later, can learn the Elemental Fangs, which are phenomenal moves as it is. The only real catch to all of that is that it has great attack stats, but crap everywhere else. It's pretty frail, but it's all around not too bad of a Pokemon if you want to use it. It's great, just make sure it has either Strong Jaw or Adaptability, and not Stakeout. And finally, Groobin. A pure bug type that's rather bulky. And of course, with that attack stat and it being able to really stick out to this thing, aside from its pincers, this thing is really good for getting out physical hits. Plus, with that Vice Grip, and even eventually learning his Struggle Bug, and even Bug Bite, it will complement that attack stat extraordinarily well. And despite what you would think at first glance, it's actually pretty quick for a Pokemon such as this. In fact, while I'm on the subject of this, Groobin is the only pure bug type in this generation. I feel so bad for this Pokemon. I will admit, Some bugs have been getting the shaft after Generation 5, which have been given a household name. But Groovin has actually proven to be very good at it. It'll eventually become a part of Electro-type in a later evolution. In fact, a bit of a cool little trivia is that this evolution is the very first shiny head that I ever got. It is a force to be reckoned with, and if you want to use a Groovin, it's very good. Just be mindful that despite what you would think at it at first glance, it can be hard to raise, especially since some of its later moves won't be given until later. And since we're already this early in the game, you'll have plenty of time to level it up as it goes along. Okay. That took me a while. So we got the Pokédex, we got our options menu. Oh, I actually need to adjust something in the options menu. Oh, never mind, trainer passport. Nothing really important to see as of for right now, but we will soon enough. Oh, the Pokemon Refresh! Give Pokemon tender loving care, pet them gently, and make them affectionate towards you. Give Pokemon Pokebeans. Pokemon love to eat them. You can get them at the cafe area in any Pokemon Center. Pokemon can get dirty when they battle. When that happens, make them clean with grooming tools. It also helps status conditions such as poisoning or paralysis. You can switch to Pokemon you care for. Pokemon that will become very affectionate will battle with zest. Make my Pokemon affectionate towards you. This is actually a really good way to boost your affectionate for Pokemon, especially for those that evolve through happiness. So if you call yourself a Baneri, this may actually prove to be very useful for you if done correctly. Let's see here. Well, anyway, I guess with that said and done, I think we're going to go ahead and end things off right around here. We made some pretty good progress. In fact, let me see here. I caught me a whole group of Pokemon as it is. So far we're off to a pretty good start. So let me take a look at some of these Pokemon right here. See what we got. Plus speed minus attack. We have a neutral ability. Bashful nature. Not bad. Swarm's pretty good. Take out. Yeah, I saw that one coming. Oh, plus attack minus special defense. Maybe that'll make up for that. Not bad. Cool. Interesting. Plus attack minus special defense. At least you have run away. You know what? I'll take that one. So I guess with that said and done, we're gonna go ahead and end things off from right here. Off screen, I'll do a little bit of some off-screen training with our new guys. Because trust me, we're gonna need it. So, with that, we're gonna go ahead and end things off from right around here. So next time on Pokemon Ultra Sun, we're gonna head back to Iki Town and enjoy our little celebration to see what kind of fun we can get into from there, alright? See you guys then.